Welcome back to Reality Files. I'm Demetrius. Today we're talking about your ultimate gift, superpower, and unlocking your DNA and Christ consciousness. Wow, that was a lot of big words. How is this possible in one talk? Well, we're talking about perception, your ability to perceive something for how it is. I've said this a million times, that is your ultimate power. Yes, perception. To expand your consciousness, you have to expand your awareness. To expand your awareness, you must expand your ability to perceive. Do you want to do telekinesis? Telepathy? Develop your psychic gifts? Clairvoyancy? Are you clairsentient? To do and unlock who you are in the full capacity of your mind, you must expand your perception and open a pure perception, gateway to the mind. You see, our brain is a filter. Yes, our brain is a filter, and is a very, very good filter. But if you do not program the filter, that filter has been programmed for you through judgments, through words and language, through expectation and reactions. By eliminating judgment, expectation, and attachment to all feelings, thoughts, emotions, and all things in the external, you open the pathway to your highest self. This is a pure perception. You see, this camera, right here, I look at this and I see a camera. Something that I use to store ideas and vlogs in. But to someone else, they may see that camera and look at it with fear. Because one time, someone filming on that camera caught them doing something embarrassing and shared it all over social media. Because of that, they created a mental blockage, and they now see this camera for something it is not. This camera does not represent fear. This camera does not represent embarrassment. This camera just is. Now we can see this with all external situations. Let's go internal. What we have been programmed to see, hear, think, and feel, anything beyond or outside of this programming, we deem as abnormal, we dismiss it, or we cannot even see it. You see, our brain is a filter. You see and hear. We see 0.1% of the light spectrum. We hear 1% of audible vibrational waves. What does this tell you? 99%. Yes, 99% of what is right in front of you, you cannot see. Our brain is filtering out all information and allowing through what we have programmed it to look for. Let me give you an example. At a cocktail party, when you're sitting across from a beautiful goddess with luscious lips and this voice that just wraps you and encircles you in this tingling sensation, you don't notice the bartender bringing you guys drinks, the people rustling and bumping into you, the hundreds of conversations happening simultaneously around you. You don't even perceive a single ounce of it. All you see is her. Yet, when your name is called from the side of the room, instantly it breaks through your walls, your filter, and gets through, and you look. You heard your name. Well, what does that tell you about all things? You see, when I look behind me, and when you look behind me, we will both see very different things. Someone of lower consciousness is going to see a tree, is going to see a cloud, or a bush. They're going to see the sun, and right when they see these things, they're going to come back to these judgments, these labels, these definitions they have of that, and that's what they will see. You see, seeing is not believing. believing is seeing. This is because the majority of what is in front of us, we are not perceiving. We only see what we look for, and what we look for has been programmed. Have you programmed your sight, or has someone else programmed your sight? Because your ability to perceive, your perception of self and other, is what creates your paradigm. You see, your perception of the test, going in to take a test, your perception of that test creates an emotional and mental blockage. Let's say you have anxiety and fear associated with a math test, right? When you go into the test, this judgment of what you're looking at, even though it is not good or bad, it just is. There's nothing attached to it. You have attached emotions, judgments, and expectations to that test, and you live it out. You see, your reality is programmed by what you expect and perceive. An open, pure perception is your gateway to the highest levels of consciousness, enlightenment, unlocking all psychic powers, harnessing your intuitive gifts, feeling and performing energy work and feeling the subtle, and seeing far more than the average person. You see, our senses, our ability to hear, see, feel, touch, and taste are not some kind of baseline which all people share. You see, we're told that 20/20 vision is the best vision, and then we have a lot of people wearing glasses who have a lower vision than this. I have been in states where my vision goes into that of almost a hawk, where I can look far over there and dial in on a fence post and see detail in it. This is in deep states of meditation, or these certain waves where I can ride a higher level of consciousness. These experiences like Satori, where your hearing just goes like your vision goes like and this sense, this shows me that our senses are not some kind of baseline. No. Your sensory experience out here is programmed. And what you feel in here, emotionally, energetically, and what your thoughts, all of it, is based off your level of perception. The reason you cannot feel energy the way I can feel energy is because you have been dismissing the itches, the tingles, the pain and sensations you have been feeling your whole life as abnormal, bad things that point towards a dysfunctional body. But no. You see, if you were feeling a pain in your back, but instead of reaching for the painkillers to numb your perception, instead of avoiding thinking about it and moving your awareness into other places of your body, instead of doing that, if you go to the area of pain and you do not see pain as good or bad, you just see it as a symptom, your body's notification system to tell you that something is wrong. Energetically, physically, emotionally, mentally, something is wrong. Pain is the result, the notification system. So if we have pain in our backs, if you can go to the place of pain and perceive all the way around the pain, the blockage, and to perceive it openly for how it is, all aspects of it, it will be released instantly. If you can go into this enormous bag of traumas, failures, and judgments of self in which we carry around like Santa's gift bag, if you can go into that bag and look at a trauma without saying, damn it, why do I always have to be like this? Oh, I was so stupid. Damn it. Like, we all have been in this, we have many things we don't like to look at. These repressed memories, right? if you can look at that situation for how it was, realize it's something in the past to not be relived again day by day. It is something that has already happened. It was not good nor bad. It was just a learning experience along your very long journey. It was a learning experience, and you can pull what you need to pull from that experience, see it from a disconnected state without attachment, reaction, expectation, or judgment. When you can see that experience for how it was, you will release it instantly. This is the power of pure perception, because when you can perceive something for how it is, it no longer has power over you. You have power over it. Going back to the camera, if you see this camera with fear and embarrassment, that camera has power over you, and therefore you will not use it for the beautiful tool that it is. If you have emotional blocks because you failed, you messed up big time, right? And you remind yourself and relive this experience every single day. Whatever you judged yourself to be, the mistake you judged, the reaction you have to this experience, when you can look at that experience for how it was, therefore releasing it, you have gained power over that experience and what it represents. This is how we take power back. Taking power back to self. Eliminating judgments. Eliminating expectations. Eliminating reactions to anything. Openly perceiving all things outside of us, emotionally, energetically, mentally, and physically, for how it is. When you can perceive something for how it is, you gain power over it, and you can become the master of all the tools. You see, a lot of people have so much emotion attached to the tools they use, they cannot use them properly. They have so many judgments and expectations clogging their mind, their brain cannot work properly. A pure, open perception is your superpower. Start harnessing that. Raise your consciousness, your awareness, expand your senses, and understanding of oneself through an open perception, and you will be well on your way. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Part 2 is about releasing the baggage that which we carry and learning how to fly. I'll see you over there. I appreciate you guys. Go check out my Patreon. I have exclusive content and energy work over there. And I'll see you next time.